Have you ever seen a race with an age grading time? On today's video, I'll be talking about age grading, what it is, how you can use it for motivation as an older runner, and how the information can help you set a goal. Hey there, Wrinkled Runner here. If you are a runner with a competitive streak in you, age grading can level the playing field, so to speak, and be a good motivator. First of all, what is it? Here's an example of a race, and in this case, the Buffalo Marathon that I ran in 2019. You can see all the information, and then I finished in 4:09, and that my age grade is 3:40. The age grade percentage is about 60, and according to the Wired Runner, an age grade between 60 and 69% means you're pretty competitive on the local front. So compared to women my age in the Western New York area. The age grade is based on things like age factors, standards, and individuals that are world-class runners. It is very mathy, and I don't get along well with mathy things, so I'll link you below to several articles that discuss the math behind the percentage and the time that is derived from the formulas used. If you're not a mathy fan, just know that it is a percentage of the ideal time for your age and gender. If your particular race does not show the age-graded time, you can use a calculator to get those times. One that comes highly recommended because they update it regularly is the one from Runner's World, and obviously I will link you to that below. Besides seeing the age-graded time and making me feel better, what can I use this number for? There are a number of different things you can get from this. I mentioned earlier that my Buffalo Marathon performance showed that I was in the 60s percentage-wise. Now, I could use that information to formulate a goal to get in the 70s on my next marathon. If you rank in the 70s, you are most likely a good racer regionally, a greater area surrounding where you live. So for me, that would probably mean something like Buffalo, Rochester, Erie, Pennsylvania marathons. I'll put in the description a table to show what the quote-unquote percentages mean. Using my Buffalo Marathon example, I can go to a calculator at runbundle.com and enter the information asked for, age, gender, and percentage, and this calculator will tell you what times you need for each distance. Now, using this, I could set a goal of running the marathon in 3 hours and 47 minutes, 13 seconds. Another way to use this number is if you have been running for a long time, say in high school, you were able to run an 18-minute 5K, most of us in our 50s are probably not going to do that, although there are some out there. But as a coach, I preach against the good old days and explain to my runners that what we did in high school or college is not where we should be starting from. I can take the age grade from my last 5K and see if it compares to the numbers from me at an earlier age. Now, I'm not going to be able to train myself to an 18-minute 5K, but my current fastest 5K race gives me an age-graded time of 21:07. So my goal could be to get to an age-graded time of 18 minutes, or using the calculator above, training myself to get to, say, 80%. We can also use age grading to see how we compare with those that came in first or second. So for the last 5K I ran, I came in first for my age group, but 5th overall female. If I plug the information for the women that beat me, one of whom was 15, my percentages are higher than the ones who came in first or second. So based on age grade, I was second because age grading is definitely beneficial to those of us who are older. It's a fun metric to look at to measure your performance and see how strong your performance was, even if you aren't the one on the podium. So the numbers can be a good boost of ego for you, if nothing else. That being said, I only plugged in the numbers of the other competitors for this video. It's not something that I actually ever do. A cool outcome, though, of seeing your age-graded performances from different race distances is learning how you compare with yourself. In my last Buffalo Marathon, I came out to be a 61%, and in my last 5K, I was just shy of 70. What I can take away from this is that I'm stronger in shorter distances than in longer ones. Now, I train for longer distances, so that information is kind of surprising, but Based on race predictors, when I enter my race times for shorter distances, the calculation for what I can run a marathon in is always a lot faster than what I do or even think I can do. These numbers tell me that my speed breaks down in the longer distances, and therefore I need to work on endurance. That will hopefully really help me train for my next marathon, which is in May of 2022. If you have done any racing, go do some of your own research on your age grades. Find out what you may need to work on and formulate some goals for yourself in this new year. Next week, I'll be talking about running safety. Now, as a female runner, it is unfortunately something that I have to think about. I can't just go out and run. So I'll be talking about what we can do to keep safe. As a running coach in Buffalo, New York, one of my favorite things to do is talk about running and guide new runners in their journey. Questions help me immensely, both to form my Wrinkled Runner content and as a teaching tool for myself to be aware of what to inform my clients about. If you have any questions, please email me at sherry@wrinkledrunner.com. You can sign up for my once-a-month newsletter using the link in the description, and I'll send you the resources that I am using as a runner and also all the links to the Wrinkled Runner content from the previous month. One note, Season 3 on the podcast has just started, and you can find it through the Wrinkled Runner wherever you get your podcast from. YouTube videos come out every Wednesday morning, so hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the run.